What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode of the Ghetto Rig podcast. For those who don't know, my name is Eddie. To my left, we have my co-host Jay, and behind the cameras, controlling everything, Miggy, which I think that main camera is.
I did it.
Everything
You done
worked.
did it.
Well,
Cameras are connected.
But I think that main camera is a little off center.
The main camera
Yeah, look at it.
looks good. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, it's like at an angle. Is what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome back. Official sponsor UFC Gym Largo and Pinellas Park, and then UFC Vitality Wellness Centers. So links in the description. I think we have the current links. Ozzy said something about them not working last time.
If not, I'm gonna be updating. I've already updated a few things on the channel. That's something I'm gonna be working on as well.
Getting us like a new description, updated stuff.
It's gonna be a little more consistent.
Got you. Alrighty, guys. So, yeah. Tuesday the 29th. 245, right, Miggy?
Yep.
245 episodes of the Ghetto Rig podcast. 2 years into it. A little over 2 years. Well, shit. We're going on 3 now soon?
Yeah.
Something like
November.
Yeah,
November,
like
we're
this
gonna hit that.
late November, early December, right? It's going to be 3 years, basically.
Yep.
Damn.
that. What did we do today, boys?
Today we went to jiu-jitsu. And we
Finally, boys were back in force today.
Yeah, it was fun.
It felt better, huh?
It was fun. I
It
don't
felt
know.
better, less.
I will say, nothing against girls, but drilling with a girl is never the best when you're trying to get like actual drills in. So this time was better because I didn't have to drill with a girl. Which I'm sorry. Like it's just. I'm sorry. I don't know if there's.
It's a preference.
I don't know if there's.
You're allowed to have a
Yeah, I
preference
guess
and
I'm
an
allowed to
opinion.
have a preference, right? Like I don't want to roll with the stinky dude either. Someone else can do that. Like someone else can roll with the girls too. Like that's kind of.
With
I don't
girls,
know.
rolling with girls is very.
Like the day one girl, like don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I don't want to teach.
No, I know that, but there's some times that I have to do it, and those times are like I can't trust some people with somebody else.
Yeah.
Does that
No,
make sense?
I no that is I exactly know why you did it. And it's not and I understand it and I'm saying this like very like negatively, like and almost like I hate the girls. No, that's not how I feel.
No, I know.
I'll do it. I don't it's not that
Yeah.
big of a deal. I'm just saying my preference, right?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
being open here.
So the
kinda
thing with
things.
girls is very.
And it's really just like I said, like when you're trying to get like today when I got to drill with that purple belt, like being able to ask him questions and like when we're drilling, like him putting the force in the right place and the right amount of force to allow me to drill. Like I drilled very effectively today with him, being able to ask him questions and that kind of thing. Because I'm still a white belt at the end of the day, like But I understand why. You don't. Even though I'm bigger than most of the guys that are in there, I know how to carry my weight and not hurt somebody. And also be able to teach a day one person at least where to fucking put their hand or whatever, like the little tiny things when you're learning day one kind of thing.
Yeah, so with the girls is a very it's a unique
Not
balance.
teach, I would say guide.
Yeah, it's a unique balance. No, you are teaching them. It's like you're not teaching them calculus, but you're teaching them 2 + 2, which is still teaching.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true. That's kind of how it is. Yeah, yeah.
But with the girls is like it's very like it's kind of like a very. It's like a dance, but it's a very. It's a very. I'm looking for the word. I can't figure out the word that I want to say. Anyway. You have to be able to teach them something without putting too much weight on them, because majority of the girls that you train with are gonna be at the very least 50 pounds lighter than you. That right there is
I probably
enough.
had a solid 100 pounds.
Yeah.
On the girl.
That girl was like wet, maybe 100. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
She probably felt the same way I felt
with the big dude.
versus the big dude.
Yeah.
man.
So the thing is like getting that nuanced balance together, where how far you can push. Like for example, like the techniques that they were showing us today, you were showing us today, like I can't sit on her, I'll crush her.
Yeah.
So I had to like improvise and be like,
Dude,
all
I
right,
even
this is
felt
what
bad.
I'm doing, and then when you're doing this on me, I'll guide you. Just slow down.
I even felt bad doing it on that guy, and then after we finished drilling, I learned he was a purple belt. And I was like, he was fine. He was fine.
Yeah, no, he's fine. Like, no, dudes, you shouldn't fucking worry about it, because you got to put your weight on the dudes so they can understand what it's gonna feel like, because they're gonna feel that, but like 5 times more during the roll.
Mm-hmm.
So by you putting your weight on them, you're actually doing them a service.
Yeah.
But with the girls, it's a little bit different, right? Like I can't just like put my 175 pounds on top of her.
I
Like,
could
she's
tell
gonna
he
crush.
had some. I feel like he had a. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he had a little white belt trauma. Anytime I'd go to do the arm bar, he'd like put his hand up like
Yeah.
this.
Because not get hit in the
Yeah,
face.
yeah. Which luckily I didn't hit him in the face. Single
Yeah.
time.
No, you won't hit him in the face if you do the technique correctly, and that depends on an angle.
And I always I try and do all that stuff as slow as possible.
Yeah.
Really, like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the slower the slower you can do a technique,
More controlled.
the more control you have, and the more intricacies you see as you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, which
The
is
number
something-
one thing when you're teaching them the 2+2 is they want to go really fast. You have to slow them.
Slow
Like,
them down.
listen, slow down.
That's what I was telling Rory today. I said, dude, like for your first week, man, like it's very good that you're not like exhausting yourself in the first 2 minutes of the roll. Like I can see you're getting tired, of course. Like it's your first week or whatever. Like shit, I'm fucking tired right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first week back, or technically kind of thing. And so, I was telling him, but it's good. Like your first week, and you already kind of understand. Like it seems like you have an understanding of don't fucking gas out. Like just try and pace yourself. And because he wasn't like going full crazy kind of thing. And maybe he was tired. I don't know. But I was telling him it's good on him because that will let him learn so much faster than most of the other day one people, week one, month one people that come in. Because there's people that even for a whole month when they first start, fucking spazzing
I would
out.
like to take some credit for tiring him.
I got his first roll.
I don't want to be a meanie, but I was on his ass. the whole
No,
time.
I got his first roll. I rolled with him in the first set of rolls, and then I also rolled with him my last roll.
Yeah, I think he just needs to practice on what he's getting caught in, and then just.
No, it's about him not knowing anything yet, dog. It's his
Yeah.
first week. But the fact, like I was saying, props to him that he's not gassing himself. Like that's something that usually takes way more than a week to start to learn, and it's interesting. Every white belt's different. You got to handle them differently. Like not white belt. Every day one
Yeah, I'm still
week
impressed.
one person is very different. You got to handle them differently sometimes. I think. Like you got the guy that's gonna fucking come in and be really. He's big and he's gonna try and be strong. You just let him gas himself for the first 2 minutes and then you do your stuff. Or you got people like Rory that's like gonna just kind of pace himself. And it's like, oh, I can have a fun roll with this kid, like full roll. He doesn't know what he's doing, but I can still kind of make it fun, you know. The people that try and come and just muscle it, that's not fun. I mean, it's fun to like put them in their place, but it's not like the first minute when they're fucking like trying to bulldoze. It's not very fun.
No.
That's just
No.
kind of annoying.
And then, there's another thing I noticed, when you get on the mats and you're just like smashing people, why?
No, it's no. That's not.
You know what I
fun
mean?
really
Like,
either.
why do you do
I
that?
mean,
Why do you
that's
do that?
gotta
Like,
be
you
very-
see somebody doesn't know what they're doing. Why do you smash them? Like, what are you trying to
yeah,
prove?
no, that's messed
Let them work a little bit, man. Let them move around. Like, I had this kid. Who did I roll with? I rolled with a couple of people for sure. And then I would just, like, be there. Like, I rolled with both
With
of you.
me,
And I
you
would
did the
just
same
be
thing with
there.
me,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, I
Yes.
wouldn't put my weight on it, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't let you get out that easily either,
no.
Like, and if you're doing the technique correctly and you pushing, and if I have to put like exert more strength that just to retain you, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let you go because you're doing the technique properly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
working,
Like,
yeah.
why would I continuously why would I increase the strength? What's the point? Like, the point is for you to start moving correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
No, the funny part is like
picking the intensity is the important part. Like, with the first minute, you should be able to know what the intensity should be at, and you just keep it at that intensity, right? And then, and you adjust it as you go along, because especially if somebody's spazzy within the first minute, they're gonna go crazy. You kind of like retain yourself, and then as they slow down, that's when you slow down as well with them.
it's interesting. Yesterday I saw this thing. This guy basically said like there's 3 different like parts of your cardio having to do with like basically like your lung and heart endurance, and then like your muscle endurance, but not like only the muscle endurance, but how long it can stay at a peak, not like a pace, but how well can it peak for a second and then come back and still go to a pace rather than just peaking and fucking dying
Flashing,
off.
yeah.
Right, that's its own separate as well, not only just the pace. And it's weird, if you start thinking about it, you can see all of it in a sense, right? Like the person exerting themselves and then crashing instantly, or the person that can't even hold like a steady pace, like they just gas out after a minute or two, or the people that have their muscles that get tired, right? Which today I felt 2 of those, like the lung and heart, like cardio during rolling, couldn't keep up, and then during the warm up of pummeling, right? Because I was doing it with Brian, and he's a purple belt, so that motherfucker keep going as long as I wanted. So I was trying to go as long as we could, right? And I don't think we stopped many times when we were pummeling. We were pummeling for a while too, because we did the normal one, the square, then the stepping, and then the
drag,
and then the drag. We did those 3 things, and bro, we were the whole time, and I could feel my fucking shoulders were getting hot, boy.
Yeah.
I can still feel it in my right shoulder right now.
Yeah.
And I recognize that, like, it's different parts of your endurance have to come as one. It's not just your heart.
Yeah,
and
and then
lungs.
what's gonna start happening? That part of endurance is gonna start pushing. Now it's gonna be you're gonna have to find a balance. Especially if this works really, like you see this right away in a gi, especially if you're applying chokes, right? Because a lot of people will go in and they do like 100% strength try to apply the choke, and they can only maintain that for
It's all about
maybe
slowly
10-20
sinking that
seconds.
bitch in.
Yeah, like when you sinking chokes, and you should be at about 60 to 80% max, depending on
I think even
endurance
80 might be
it's probably
a little
too much.
high. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 60%, and then if you keep
with the chokes, especially, it's all about how long you can hold that pressure. If you have technique and you sink, and you can slowly do the squeeze, it's more effective than.
Yeah, because you're not breathing. You're not breathing. With
then-
slowly, you are.
And then you gotta let go because you're about to fucking pass out from holding your breath. You know, versus like breathing and slowly sink. It's interesting how when you think about that, you can notice like, okay, I've gotten this person in this position, and you know, I tried to get this choke, and I felt like I had it good, but I fucking got tired and let go. And then you realize that, and the next time you go out, you're like, let me get in there and just slowly start to apply all the pressure and put all those pieces together, and eventually get to a spot where I can just hold with good pressure in every spot and just hold there. Motherfucker, it might take 20 seconds. And then that motherfucker on the bottom might go, whoa, it's getting a little starry in here.
Yeah, and I can hear noises. I don't know where
I'm
they're coming from.
hearing some ringing.
Yeah.
That can be a weird realization.
I feel like I'm in Dominican Republic, and I have a conch shell to my ear, and I can hear the ocean.
I've had that feeling of getting close to like being put out from a choke. One time messing with Emily, I was like, all right, let's see. And she put me in a choke, and I was trying to get out of it or whatever. And I've had that feeling of being close, but never like actually being put out to a choke. Never.
I do that with white belts. I always do that. I was like, hey, I kind of want to do this the proper way.
Yeah.
You're gonna, and I kind of guide them to like what the sensation of feeling is gonna happen. When that starts happening, tap right away, because you're gonna go out.
Yeah.
And as I do it, and then they'll tap, and they're like, I was like, what did you feel? She's like, yeah, I felt exactly like what you were describing. I was like, yeah, that's me cutting off the blood supply, and if I kept it longer, you would have passed out. And then the next question always is like, oh, well, does this happen often? I'm like, no, this doesn't happen often because you tap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then I tell them, I've been put out so many times. And they're like, well, how long does it take? Like 3 hours to back up? I'm like, no. Like, I'm like,
I don't know.
The longest I've been out, maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not out for long.
No. So.
Especially from a choke, because the moment you release the pressure, the blood starts going. Just takes a few seconds for everything, all the gears and pistons to start kicking.
The worst one is when you're actually drilling with your partner and they're doing something, and you kind of have to explain them to it, but they already have the choke really well. They're not really applying the choke. They just have the grips really well, and it's already like cutting off circulation. And by the time they're done, you're like, oh shit, I'm glad we kind of stopped here, because otherwise I was going to get up.
I've had that happen. Like it's weird because you don't notice it right away. It's like, because, you know, when you have your back taken, you're kind of leaning back most of the time. Even if you're in a seating position, you're leaning back. It's that sensation of when they're done and you lean forward, you go, oh shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. There was one where I was like, I couldn't concentrate to even spit out words, and I felt like I'm like just like
just the whole computer glitched out.
The Windows to shut down.
You blue screen for a second.
Yeah, the blue screen came out. You know, so. But like,
speaking of blue screen, I heard your
when
shit was
you
blue screen.
right now when you're drilling,
yeah, that's what you're gonna be thinking about all the time now. Blue screens, Miguel.
Yeah,
it's just it does it. I mean, I haven't had it happen recently, but
I've had it happen before in the past, but not recently anytime.
Yeah, so now my suggestion would be, if you guys are drilling, instead of like trying to teach the people throughout, like only say something when there's like it's super obvious and and you kind of detect that it's part of their game, then just guide them that way. But don't like stop them. Oh, okay, this is how you need to apply the choke. If they're trying to choke you, get out. You know, they're trying to do an armbar, get out. Like, I'm not saying getting that shitty position. Like, let them take the shitty position and see if you can get out.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's the best way to go about it. But it's not bad to teach them. And then if you get somebody completely that's like complete vibe at what you're talking about it, be like, listen, we can roll, but you're not gonna know what to do. You're gonna feel lost within the first 30 seconds. Why don't we just drill this? And I'm gonna give you whatever we learned today. I'm gonna give you like pressure. I'm gonna push back, and you drill this, and then we'll switch. Where now I'm gonna drill it where you give me pushback. So now it's getting both of you to do both things, right? And now they're kind of getting used to.
I think the guy that I went with, like, he took it very well. Like,
huh? I was trying to say, but we also want to roll, like.
Yeah. He did a good job. I think he wanted to see like what it was like. I took it easy on him, and not super easy. Like I was again taking his back and just slipping through. But then like the second time he was like, all right, let me just sit back, let me watch. I was like, okay, that's fine, perfect.
Yeah. So, but I think it's, man, like I can't stress it enough when people start working out, and at first it's cool. You kind of go and you work out, and but then like this is like completely different. This is a different type of workout. Like I think it's just a human connection in this one that's more important. You know what I mean? Like you don't have that when you go and lift weights. You don't have the human connection. You can be there with your boys and they can be spotting you and you can be talking to them. But this is different. Like this is like you're like part of a group kind of, and you kind of like you have your life in their hands and you have to trust them and they have to trust you, like that they're gonna let go when you're tapping.
It's a weird feeling though. Like not weird feeling, but when you look at it from the outside, you would think it's gonna be a weird feeling of like these two guys going at it at the end of their class, and then the first thing they do when they're done is like give each other a hug and be like, "Damn, good job, bro."
Yeah.
And like it's that's just martial arts though. I mean that the same thing, boxing and all that other stuff, which in every martial art sometimes it can get out of hand, and that's not always the case, right? But majority of the times people are always good with each other, and the human connection I think is a big part of like jiu-jitsu. You're fucking chest to chest with a motherfucker.
Oh,
nut to butt sometimes.
Strike.
I mean, it's intentional. It's intentional.
Listen, I want to switch the subject real quick. Did you see that whole thing with Sydney Sweeney and like her being the face for like the whole debacle with the jeans, American Eagle jeans, and how to spell it and stuff like that? Bro, like...
Oh, yes. I saw something about that, to be honest. Yes, I think I did. And I saw it, and I go, why the fuck?
Yeah, just read it a little bit. Read some of it a little bit.
They're getting on here about some bullshit. That's what it sounded like.
The label's latest advertising campaign, American Eagle, has been setting social networks ablaze, and not just because it features the Euphoria actor in tight tank top, called Sydney Sweeney Has Great Genes. It's based around a play on words that may seem harmless, but has been criticized by onlookers who see a sinister message lurking beneath the pun. One ad from the autumn campaign shows Sweeney leaning over the engine of her Ford Mustang. She slams the hood and wipes her hand on the back of her jeans, now without a close-up from the cameraman before settling behind the wheel and disappearing. The second begins with Sweeney speaking about her jeans as the camera slowly pans down to her cleavage before she reprimands it with a smiling, "Hey, eyes up here." The series' most criticized ad shows the actor reclining on a couch as she squirms while fastening her pants and murmuring, "Genes are passed down from parent to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue." Then a male narrator concludes, "Sydney Sweeney has great genes."
Yeah, so
This is Sydney Sweeney. Can we watch this?
Yeah, let me look it
Go
up.
up. There was the... No, you had it there. Go back up. Up.
Yeah,
right there.
Right there. That's probably one of the ads.
Mm-hmm.
No, I saw this though, and I was just like, let the girl sell her fucking jeans.
No, here's the thing. You know why this is like that, right? The woke mob basically saying, people don't look like that, and we want more like life like, well...
Is that what this was? I thought there was like some exactly underlying message.
No, this is exactly how it was, because they sexualizing that image of a model-esque look, and they didn't like that too much. And
I don't know, man. I feel like if they're getting on her about that, like the bath soap should have been already like a step beyond this.
Yeah.
Like he's
Well,
like,
they get on
like
that.
Dr. Squatch. That you saw that, right? We talked about
Yeah.
this. Sydney Sweeney had a fucking limited run with her bath water in the soap or whatever. That was some
Yeah,
apparently.
and
how
you
it
know what
was.
happened? After she did that commercial, they ended up selling that fucking Dr. Squatch for like $1.5 billion or some shit. They went from
They
valuation
sold
for like,
Squatch after that.
yeah, they went from valuation of $100 to $1.5 billion, basically overnight. And guess what happened to fucking Jaguar? Jaguar did a commercial with the LGBTQ HD community.
God damn it, Jay.
They did a
Stop at what you know.
what? Isn't that what the letters are?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
LGBTQ.
So anyway, okay.
You don't have to waste any more breath.
LGBTQ. Okay. So they did a commercial. They went woke, and guess what was the percentage of their sales that increased?
Increased?
Yes.
No idea.
Guess. Take a guess. That one right there.
Yeah, let's take a look at the product before we make any theories here.
Yeah. Go ahead. Play it.
You guys want to put
This
your
is the
headphones so
Jaguar.
you have more
You don't
context?
have to. You'll get the gist of it
Okay.
without headphones. This is the Jaguar commercial.
See,
Okay, let me ask you a question before you go any further. What's missing out of the commercial?
Cars.
Yeah. This is a car commercial. Where are the cars?
I understand that. Now, can I make a point? See if you guys agree.
Yeah, play devil's advocate. It's always good.
If this commercial would have been released 15 years ago, don't you think it would have just been looked at as like one of those commercials where they just put weird people to attract their attention?
Maybe. But just like you said, 15 years ago.
But to me, that I don't think
15 years ago they would have just discarded it and it was like, what the fuck is this? And
Yeah.
No, Blue Man Group's been around for a long time.
Yeah, but
weird
this is-
looking motherfuckers.
but
that
this is
attract
not Blue
attention.
Man Group.
What does Blue Man Group have to do
I'm
with
just
cars?
saying the look of being crazy and colorful and all that shit doesn't necessarily like a tie to
I'll give it to you.
LGBTQ.
I'll give it to you.
I don't put that like direct tie together. Like being
No, this
different doesn't mean you're being gay. Like,
No. This was literally, that's what it was.
I get it. Whatever. And Jaguar can release their press on however they want to release it. I just making the point of like, if it was released 15 years ago or even 10 years ago, would they have said it was a LGBTQ commercial? I feel like they would have just said it was a fucking commercial with, like I said, crazy, funny, not funny, but like flamboyant looking people with crazy colors to attract attention, because they all know that's part of psychology as well, is the colors.
Yeah. Cool. I'm giving it to you. The problem is, this is a car commercial. Where the fuck was the car?
That's another point.
Yeah. Now,
I don't know if the
forget
two
all that.
correlate.
Let's take guesses here. What do you think the sales increased? They're doubled,
Increased?
tripled, 25%, 10%.
Just because
5%?
of that commercial?
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's got no fucking cars. I don't think it increased.
What about you, Mickey?
I
What
think
would
it'd
you
just
say?
be another commercial.
I think they wasted a bunch of money and their sales did not increase.
98% down.
98% down.
Down.
I mean, who buys a Jag?
Well, no. Well, here's the thing.
Who buys a Jag?
No. Jaguar's always been a brand. Jag has not. Well, let's start with this. Jag has not been doing.
Dudes.
Jag has not been doing
That's
very.
who buys a Jag.
Yeah, but Jag has not been doing very well in the past couple of years.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah. Now, Jag always been a brand of a status and old money.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
Old
Status
white man.
and old money, right? And now people are refusing to look at them. Like, they literally just tanked their entire brand by releasing this commercial.
Yeah, because all the old white dudes are Trumpified.
Now, I don't know if the idea was to go to kind of replicate what Subaru did back in the day. You know how Subaru became Subaru, right? So, story goes that Subaru was trying to go into the American market, but they were putting commercials out, they were trying different things, and it wasn't working. And somebody had a genius idea: why don't we market this to lesbian women? and they started doing that.
Yeah, I mean that's like a stereotype that still lives till today. Is lesbians drive Subarus.
Yeah, and they marketed it to lesbian women. There's like, it's for women. You don't have to be straight to get it. You still can do all these outdoor activities and things like that. And it picked up and it took off, and Subaru became what Subaru is today, because of that commercial and because of that approach to marketing. Now I don't know if they were trying to take a page out of that same book by designing this commercial. You know, I don't know what they were trying to do with this, but it completely backfired.
I just want to answer Emily. Yeah, the mat was full today. During
full.
drilling. We were bumping into people constantly.
Super full.
Like not constantly, but it was like you definitely had to watch where you were starting your drill
100%.
at, because we were doing takedowns, which is always difficult. There could have been 25% less people in there, and we would still be like watching out because we were doing takedowns. That's just how it is.
And this mat is fucking huge.
Yes, it is.
It's huge.
I mean, if we were doing like on the floor stuff, we probably could have had some more people in there, for sure. Like there was still space for more people. For
Mat
sure.
was fucking huge.
Yeah, but it was bad. It was a lot of people.
super
I mean, I don't know. Ozzy will count and let us know. He always counts and let us know.
Yeah, there was probably, I would say, 30 people.
God damn, I wish they'd stop making me grab that ticket though.
Yeah.
Every time I walk in,
Yeah, I don't do it.
I try to just
say hi to everybody and pass by. I don't even say anything. But then, I don't know, man. So Sydney Sweeney thing was like, in comparison, right?
okay,
Sydney
I
Sweeney
see why you
goes
brought
does
it
the
up.
fucking Sasquatch, and then they sell it for $1.5 billion, and Jaguar is tanking their shit because they're going out. Because here's the thing.
I mean, you gotta look at the approach. It's like ass backwards, right? The approach is kind of ass backwards. Like Dr. Squatch, advertised towards men. Men love Sydney Sweeney. That's like golden fucking play.
I think they should have just taken notes when they did that fucking Bud Light shit.
Yes, they should have fucking got.
But
it,
it's worked
they
out.
Didn't learn.
The thing is it's worked out for certain companies, right? So like that's why there's the
But
gamble.
it's not anymore. It's not working out anymore. People are like going against this now.
No, I think it'll still work out for some companies, right?
When you-
but it depends,
I'm
like
not trying to like force you or anything, but what companies have made that type of decision work?
The only one that I know is
says,
Subaru.
He just said Subaru, which I get is back.
Subaru?
I get is back in the day, but I mean, I can't think of anything like right now off the top of my head.
Well, the whole thing with
But
Sydney Sweeney was because of
there's a reason that some companies have chosen to do it. It's not just like they're going out and saying fuck it, let's be the first ones. No, there's some successful ones out there that have advertised towards those communities and grown off of that.
well, there's this whole the whole industry built behind supermodels. There's the whole industry built behind like top models, whether Miss Universe, Miss World, whatever, right? Like clearly there is some sort of a golden standard to what beauty is across the nations, across the people, across the world, right? There's like an actual standard. You can put a finger on it, point it, and say this is it, right? And what they're trying to do, they're trying to deconstruct this by saying, okay, well, we can't just put these people because majority of people are not this. Well, guess what? The reason these commercials work because when people see them and they picture themselves looking like that when they buy the clothing article, when they buy whether it's the soap, whether it's driving the car, it's giving them this false delusion of them looking like that. This is why people approach it. But when you put people such as Lizzo in these commercials, people don't want to look like Lizzo. Like I can almost bet you $50. Go out there and ask a random girl, do you think Lizzo is pretty? What do you think about Lizzo? They're going to say yes. And then you turn around and say,
well, there's different.
Well, you look like Lizzo. See what her response is.
You have to also think about the different approaches, right? We all understand sex sells, right? That's like the number one thing in everything from fucking Coke to technology companies. Everyone uses fucking sex, right, to sell. But not only does sex sell, brands sell. Brand recognition sells, right? So it's like you're saying Lizzo, right? They're not putting fucking Lizzo on a commercial to sell her as sex. They're putting Lizzo on a commercial to sell her with the brand recognition that she has, right?
Yeah, but nobody gives a shit. Nobody likes that. No one likes that.
What do you mean no one likes
People
that?
don't just buy because Lizzo is on a thing. People look at these commercials because Sydney Sweeney is in it. People don't look at these commercials because Lizzo is in it.
Why does Fabletics do so well with people like Kevin Hart?
Because Kevin Hart is fucking funny.
Yeah,
because he's funny.
because he's got a talent, right, that people like.
Yeah,
right?
but Kevin Hart
Lizzo has a talent that people like.
Yeah, no, but Lizzo is
Yeah,
Lizzo.
no, that is yes, yes.
Lizzo
yes.
is the no Kevin.
Yes.
No, absolutely.
I mean,
not.
how you can't fail to recognize that there are different ways to use people as promotion.
Yes, but the problem is one works and the other one doesn't. And there's a
Kevin Hart's works.
That's what I'm saying. Kevin Hart works because Kevin Hart is not an obese.
So one works and the other one does work as well.
Yeah, but Kevin Hart is not an obese middle-aged woman. Because
he's a 5'3" middle-aged man.
Doesn't matter.
With money.
Kevin
and
Hart,
Lizzo, and
money and recognition, and that's what drives the world.
Yeah, and Lizzo's got money and recognition.
Nobody gives a shit how much money Lizzo's got.
You don't give a shit, but
no
other
man
people
gives
do.
a shit about how much money Lizzo's got.
Yeah, they're not using Lizzo to sell to men. They're using Lizzo to sell to Lizzo fans. There might be some men Lizzo fans, but I'm assuming
I'm
most
telling
of
you,
them are
even
girls.
the Lizzo fans themselves don't like Lizzo. They'll say they like Lizzo, but they don't. The minute you say you look like Lizzo, they're about to throw punches.
It's not about looking like Lizzo. It's about liking her and her music and using that brand
understand.
recognition.
But I understand. But
you don't sound like you do.
No, I understand. But there's what I'm trying to say. There's a clear distinction between what drives people and what we're saying. Yes, that's a great and noble idea, but unfortunately, that doesn't drive people. Because for them to keep their eyes on a commercial is people will keep their eyes on a commercial when there's Sydney Sweeney. But if Lizzo was in that bathwater, no one would have kept eyes on that bathwater.
Bathwater is crazy.
But I'm just
Dr. Squatch, do that shit.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, Dr. Squatch would never fucking sold and that people wouldn't watch it. Because there's a clear distinction when people buy something. They need 17 points of contact on average to buy something.
Yeah, brand awareness.
Yeah, brand awareness, 17 points of contact to buy something. How are you going to keep somebody watching your commercial? With somebody that's attractive or somebody that's
but
like...
Is Kevin Hart attractive?
It's not about Kevin Hart being attractive. It's
but
about
what I'm
Kevin
trying
Hart
to tell,
having the status.
Kevin Hart is fit.
Okay, but to certain people that they're trying to advertise using Lizzo,
Yes, but Kevin Hart's
have
status. Lizzo can have more status than Kevin Hart. She's still in the eyes of people not gonna have as much status as Kevin Hart.
You say that, but I don't think you realize
just the way it
why
is.
would companies use her then?
Because she was the thing. Because everybody was pushing for the obese women, and Lizzo was the most famous out of all the obese
I
women.
understand what you're saying. Like when they try to use bigger women for models. Like
yeah,
at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
But I also, I'm an overweight person, so it's hard for me to be saying shit. But maybe like in the
can you
sense
do plus
where
size models? Can you pull up plus size models
in the sense
pictures?
where, like maybe if I had a daughter and she's looking up to models or whatever, which I don't think would be like healthy either, but like still like say that's like a role model kind of thing. Like okay, I don't care if she likes Lizzo and likes her music or whatever, but like to say I want to look like her. It's like let's not maybe
Listen,
let's not.
ain't
let's
no
not think
woman
like
is
I don't want to look like what I look like right now, kind of thing.
No, I understand, but ain't no woman is looking at this picture and saying, you know what, I'm gonna buy these clothes because she looks absolutely stunning, and I'm gonna look exactly like that.
Well, the big girls might.
Even big girls don't do that, bro.
This
Even
is
big
more
girls
my type
themselves.
of big girls right here.
Even big girls don't do that. This is what I'm trying to say. There's a fine line when it comes
She's
to.
tall though, isn't she?
Yeah, there's a fine line when it comes to.
She's 6'4" standing up, but she's
Damn.
only like 5'9" in bed. So
Damn,
Who's
but you gotta
this?
get on your tippy toes. You
Who's
get
6'4"?
You gotta get a little stool.
I'm just saying, if he's saying that she's tall, she's only 6'4" standing up. She's only like 5'9" in bed.
But who are we talking about?
I don't know.
You know what? We could ask someone with experience. What is that like, Jay?
What?
Big girl in bed, like tall.
I've never had
What's
a
like
big
the
tall
tallest girl you've had in
You need a
bed?
step ladder.
I never really like the tallest I've ever had is somebody maybe my height, maybe
Come
an
on,
inch
no,
taller.
no.
No, I swear.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So even Jay doesn't have that experience. I don't
No,
know.
the largest I've ever gone
I can
is
just
maybe
imagine.
180. That's the largest.
Oh, like weight wise? No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about height wise.
Height wise, no. Height wise, no. Never taller, really. I'm not attracted to somebody that's taller than me.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not, cause
You don't like to be dominated.
It's not that I don't like to be dominated.
You don't like
It's
to
just
get-
they're not
you don't
attracted
like
to
to
me.
get your guard pass, buddy.
No,
No, bitch.
no.
Passing my
The
guard.
minute she tries to go into that, full guard, it ain't happening.
Mm-mm.
I'm right away doing the double unders.
Double unders, crazy.
But what I'm trying to say, like, unfortunately, there's a clear-cut distinction, and this is I think it stems from evolution, and you can try to re-educate people. You won't be able to. 300,000 years of evolution make sure that that's not going to happen overnight, right? Now, if they continue to do this for another 100,000 years, maybe, but they're not going to do it overnight. All I'm saying is, for men, it is the status, respect, and amount of resources and to that you can accumulate, and to access to scarce resources that you can accumulate. And for women, unfortunately, it is the beauty of the way they look, and that's usually symmetric face, symmetric body, hip to waist ratio. For men, it's usually hip to shoulder ratio, right? If you were talking about looks, but they're totally two different things that attract people towards one sex or another sex. The attraction is not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not same, right?
Miggy, we got anything new on the files?
No, bro, I was trying to dodge him.
No, the Trump whole thing with the Trump
last
is.
I heard he's talking about, I'll give you a yeah, he said, I'll give you a list. And then he was talking about all the people that should be arrested.
Yeah,
and
he did talk about that.
It's like, we don't want a list, we want
The list.
Yeah,
The whole bitch.
yeah, they talked about that, and then for some reason, Democrats been chasing this a lot, like, but they forgot to mention that Ghislaine Maxwell talked to DEA. Like, there's might be a thing where she might get a pardon
Jay, do you
because
know,
of the spilling of the beans.
Do you know why they are including, or some people are pushing the idea of Israel's involved with Epstein?
Well, because there's
what does Israel have to do with Epstein?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. So there have been reports. Now, some call it those. What would you call those theories?
Rumors?
No, rumors, conspiracy theories, something. But they were saying that he was an actual Israeli Mossad asset. This is why they're saying that Israel is involved. Him being an asset. Now, in what capacity he actually worked for Mossad is hard to tell. Whether he was just gathering intelligence or he was used to put pressure on specific people to get specific things done. But they're saying that he was an asset. So was Ghislaine Maxwell's father. He was also an asset as well. So this is why they're saying that Israel is involved. But with Israel, the interesting thing about Israel is the only country that's legally allowed to have an APAC. You guys know what's an APAC? Okay, pull it up because I don't want to butcher this, right? So APAC is an organization where they legally can operate in another country and pay money to politicians to get laws passed, right? APAC. I think it's APAC.
Yeah, American. It says there, American Israeli.
Mm-hmm.
American Israeli Public Affairs Committee.
Mm-hmm. So APAC is the only thing that is allowed from any other country to exist in the United States legally. Meaning these people are lobbyists, basically, and they go and they lobby United States laws that benefit Israel. So this is the biggest gripe that people have with Israel, is like, why is Israel so involved with our politics, right? Because technically that's what this APAC does, right? They just give money to get shit done. Now, this has been also speculation, conspiracy theories, so on and so forth. There's the conspiracy theory of Israel stealing a nuclear weapon from us, and so on and so forth, back in like 50s or 60s or something like that. The way they were able to do that, they actually traced the uranium from a United States quarry to Israel, and where they were working on this uranium, even though they were not allowed to have uranium. So the thing with Israel is very convoluted, and a lot of people don't want to shed light on the truth per se. So it's a lot of conspiracy theories, like pulling information from here and there and working together, trying to put this puzzle together, right? So that's what.
Ready? Conspiracy theory. What if after that happened, we just took full control of them, and behind curtains, we've just been controlling them?
Israel. Well, I think there's a little bit.
This is crazy.
No, I think there's a little bit of truth to that. Why? Because if you look at it, Israel was supposed to be like back in 40s. There were, when the World War ended, Second World War ended. They were talking about having Israel have a territory in Argentina. They were supposed to be in Argentina, and then that was voted no, and instead they put them in Palestine, right? Like the country that existed. Now, if you look at it, they're dead smack in the middle.
Damn.
All
So
the
you're telling
all
me
the
that they
Arab
were
countries.
setting them up because all the Nazis went to Argentina? No,
A lot of our Nazis went to South America. Yes.
Yeah.
they were setting them fuckers
Well,
up.
I think that's what happened when Nazis figured out that they're not going to go there. They just kind of ended up landing in Argentina, so on and so forth. I don't know exact history behind that.
I know a lot of Nazis came
Yeah.
here and as well
and
to South America.
A lot of the
around
Nazis
South
that came
America.
here were like scientists and shit, and a lot of them
We
like
hired.
there's a lot of them that they were actually like, yes, we like the mustache man, but there were a lot of them that were like defectors from that age because they were kind
Yeah.
of forced
It was
into.
always going to be both.
Yeah. So, but Argentina has a big concentration of them boys. You know what I mean? That are like, were part of like slaughter and shit.
Yeah.
You know. But then what happened? If you look at Israel, the way it's located, if you pull up Israel on a map, it's dead smack in the middle of all the Arab countries. Dead smack, and they're the only country literally that can take on all of them all together. Right? Like if they all decided to attack Israel right now, they would not be able to do shit to Israel. You should zoom out, and you'll see the map a little bit better. So okay, right there. Look, you have Lebanon, you have Jordan, you have Egypt, you have Saudi Arabia, Iraq,
Syria.
Iran, Syria, Turkey. Like they're dead smack in the middle of all the and a lot of people are saying that that's the best way to fight the Muslims is by like inserting somebody in the middle and then just spreading out from there, even though I don't think that's really happening per se. So it's a very, there's people on both sides of the fucking aisle on this one, and it's hard to say who's right.
What
and
is
who's
that?
wrong.
Who does that island belong to? Cyprus. Is
Cyprus?
That's its own
Cyprus-
country.
Greece?
No, Cyprus is part Greece and part
Oh.
Greek, part Turkish, and Cyprus is known for being very, very corrupt and very problematic. That
so you can
line
see where it
separates
splits
Turkey,
it.
Turkey and Greece, and Cyprus has always been a hotbed. It's kind of funny. Cyprus, like, you can get in a lot of trouble there because of religion, but at the same time, you can go to some of the best resorts in the world, and they're in Cyprus, right? So Cyprus has been always
Looks like a cool
problematic.
spot, like in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere.
right in the middle of Mediterranean, which is, it's a very beautiful landscape. Like they have mountains and valleys, and they have the waterfront, right? So.
Mount Olympus.
Yeah, like they get all of it. You know what I mean?
Snow and everything,
Yo, is this a Call of Duty map?
huh?
Probably.
Is this Dome from Modern Warfare?
No, I don't think so.
Probably, but yeah. So to answer your question, what's the deal with Epstein and Israel? He was an asset. Maxwell's father was an asset. That's partially
what
why
they're
Maxwell.
saying, right?
Yeah, Maxwell worked with Epstein. That's what they're saying. That's what they're speculating. Well, they were saying that he was a double asset. He was part CIA and part Mossad, and both sides knew about it. So he was working on both sides basically. That's why they're saying he had so much power and he knew so many people because both of the organizations made sure he met the right people and was able to connect dots, right? And I think the whole thing of the island, this is my conspiracy theory. I think both CIA and Mossad knew about the island, knew what's going on there, and they knew that the information that they're gathering that's coming from the island was specifically like orchestrated.
Let's see what the waterfront looks like, Miggy.
On Cyprus,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty, but you gotta get like more resort areas. If you get just the beach, it's just gonna be probably run down a bit, because Greece has not been doing too hot lately. So
This or
closer, like actual beach.
Looks like some nice houses.
Well, Greeks are notoriously known for parties and drinking and having fun and eating food and with the family, right? Like which Turks are as well the same way, except they're radically different in their religion, one from another one, right? And there's like long-standing
I'm assuming
hatred because of Constantine and taking over Istanbul. And
I'm assuming I know, but remind me. The religion, so I'm assuming Muslim and Catholic or Christian.
good, well, it's Orthodox, Greek Orthodox, and Muslim, majority Muslim. But Turks with Erdogan, who's the president, they've been going very radical lately. So a lot of Christian families there, a lot of Armenians. Like afraid for their lives because they're just being. They're saying that situation. As you can see, the water is very clean. You know what I mean? Like it's beautiful beach fronts and stuff like that. It's untouched mainly.
What kind of fish they got there?
Anything, I
all
guess.
types of fish, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Australian snook, barramundi?
Barramundi?
Yeah.
Barramundi, they're saying that barramundi is. What fish are they comparing it to? I've tried eating barramundi, bro. It was disgusting, man.
Yeah. It's like the snook from that side of the world, basically.
Yeah,
They're
have.
related.
You can get it here in Publix. You can order barramundi. They can bring it to you. I've done
Really?
that. Yeah, here in Publix. Yeah, they'll get it for you.
But it looks like it's oily.
It
So
is. It is
fat.
pretty oily. It's a fatty fish, and it's very strong. You need to know how to cook it. Like the flavor profile is extremely strong and fishy, so you really need to know how to do this right. Because when I got it, it was fucking shit. I
Doesn't
don't know
look
if the
like
fish
it's
was
tough
old.
Or, like firmer meat. Doesn't look like it's flaky meat.
You know what's a very very heavy fish to eat is halibut.
I've never had it.
Me neither.
Yeah. Or no, not halibut. I'm sorry, sea bass. Sea bass, bro. First time
Bass are tiny.
No, there's big sea bass, bro. There's big sea bass. I get them at the Costco. Sea bass?
I'm talking about black sea bass.
No, I'm talking about the big ones. So Costco gets them. You can get the steaks, right? And usually when I cook fish, I usually add butter in it because butter makes everything taste better, right? I put butter in that fucking fish. I couldn't touch it. It was just like it felt like it's drenched in like pounds and pounds of oil and fat because the fillet itself is extremely fatty. Not black sea bass. Can you look up the other one so you can see the cuts? What I'm
This is just
talking
sea
about.
bass. This is not a black sea bass.
Do Costco sea bass. Just do Costco sea bass, and that should come up. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Like you can see these fillets are pretty big. Go down. Like pick any of the other packages, and they're very very fatty. Like
You can get barramundi.
I've never seen barramundi over there. It's probably gonna be frozen though.
Yeah.
Halibut is pretty good fish to eat. Halibut is basically
We
like
just don't have it here.
no, it's up north.
We get the,
No,
get the
we have flounder here.
Flounder, yeah.
Halibut is in California.
Pacific and up north in New York area, New Jersey area, they catch them as well over
I
there.
think it's still flounder on this side.
Oh, I don't know, because they're big over there in that area. If you look
Yeah,
up.
they have big ass
New
halibut
England area?
in California. I don't know if what's up north on this coast is still halibut. I think it's flounder.
I know that they're big as shit on this side. I know they're big as shit on this side. There's Pacific halibut, and then there's what's on the East Coast. If you look up, what is it called on the East Coast?
I'm just gonna look up. Can you catch halibut on the East Coast?
Yeah, see, there you go. Click on the map. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, flounder. Okay, so yeah, once you get like you said, like fucking New England and up there.
They need colder water, yeah.
Yeah, halibut and flounder.
It's towards Canada more than anything. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it looks like you can't really find halibut in warm water, basically. In warmer water.
I think they're just too big of a fish.
No, it's not that size. It's about the fish. I mean, there's just certain fish that they depending on the climate. I mean, we got big ass.
But
fish
look
here
at that
too,
shit.
dog.
Click on the other map, the one with the purple. Up. No, a little over. One more. That one. What is that?
Atlantic halibut.
It's very similar looking to flounder. It's hard to tell apart.
Well, no, it's but the fucking thing is the size.
Well, I mean, you can catch small halibut too.
Well, yeah, but the ones that they catch are like fucking. Flounder doesn't get that big.
I can't really read this shit because whoever made the graphic made it 200 by 200 pixels.
Probably less.
Worldwide range. And then
Oh, so recently, Eddie, you caught some fish recently, right?
Yeah. This weekend I went and caught a nice little red.
How big was it?
I didn't show you.
No, I know, but I want you to talk about that. Yeah. Talk about on a
24-inch red. I mean, it's not like crazy big, especially if you've fucking gone fishing in other areas. the Bay doesn't hold like the biggest fucking reds. Like you go to Louisiana, you're gonna fucking find 40-inch bulls all over the place. At least what I've heard. I've never been over there, but
Yeah, they talk about it like it's the fucking
fishing of the
Fishing
world.
ever.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't know. Like that's literally what I was talking to Cam about it the other day, and he goes, "Man, after I went fishing in Louisiana, bro, every time I think about going fishing here, just I remember how it was over there, and I don't know, it's not the same, this and that." And okay, I mean, well, here's what we fucking got, so we're gonna make do with what we got. I mean, the biggest.
A lot of people fucking paid at me here, fucker. So
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, and the biggest one I've caught, and I haven't caught many redfish. I've caught less than 10 in the year that I've been fishing. But the biggest one I caught is 28, like 27, 28 inches. I didn't measure him, but he was fucking, it was a chunker.
Redfish?
Oh, yeah, it was a fucking chunker.
I'm still trying to get my hand on one of them slots.
Listen, boys, I'm gonna ask you this because you
Slot
probably know
red?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard it's not that good, so that's why every time I catch one, I'm like, eh.
What?
Have you had it?
Chase has been telling you this.
No.
Oh,
Chase.
it's not good.
No, I don't listen to Chase.
It's
I've
disgusting.
Cameron was telling me about it. Austin was telling me about it, that it's not the best.
They don't know how to fucking cook. Fucking suck.
Oh, man.
So let me ask you this. You know how some of those bigger fish, especially redfish and like black drums, any of the drums, right? They have worms.
Well, not redfish.
Worms inside, right?
Black drum do. Red drum don't.
They don't.
Red drum not as often. I mean,
Well,
yeah, you
somebody
can find,
was saying that the bigger ones usually do.
you can find redfish. You can find fish, any big fish. You start having the bigger the fish, the higher chance you're gonna have parasites. I mean, that's with any fish. I mean,
Well, let me. The question here is, I
and
saw
worms and shit.
somewhere somebody posted a reel that this kid literally took out the worm and ate it.
So the worms in black drum, they say that they're harmless, like
Mm-hmm.
100% harmless to humans. You don't even have to cook it. You can eat it raw, technically. Even I seen that same video you were talking about. The
Hey,
fucking
what kind
kid
of
grabbing
worm
it.
is it? Can you look up?
I don't know, but apparently it's harmless to
What does it look like? on
spaghetti
images?
worms.
Yes, spaghetti worms.
Yeah.
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 These things.
Apparently they're harmless. But yeah, you can find them even in look, you can even find them in speckled trout. Which trout is pretty good.
But like, look at that fish. That fish is literally like infested.
Yeah, there are some that can get really bad, especially black drum. Those are the ones that are known for basically always having that shit.
So-
Ciguatera, that's what you get from like Wahoo and fucking fuck, what is it called? Wahoo and
What's a
Cudas,
ciguatera?
Barracuda. Ciguatera is really bad. Basically, like I think it's like a form of food
Fungus?
poisoning
Uh-huh.
or like parasite or something like that. It can potentially be deadly.
Can you look
So
up what
what
that is?
happens is a lot of the
It's from the
apex
corals.
species, they start eating too much mercury, and because
Ah.
they're eating so much mercury, the bigger ones eat so much that it's
Really?
a lot
I
of
don't-
mercury in their body.
I think what it's from, because I was watching a video of this guy. He lives in Hawaii, and apparently, like in certain areas in Hawaii, more fish are more likely to have ciguatera than other. Like in certain, especially even like one reef.
According to AI here, ciguatera fish poisoning is foodborne illness caused by consuming fish contaminated with toxins called ciguatoxins. These toxins are produced by certain types of marine algae
Yeah.
and accumulate in the flesh of reef fish, particularly larger predatory species. Ciguatera is not caused by bacteria or viruses, and the toxins are not destroyed by cooking or freezing.
Yeah, so from what I understood, the way the Hawaiian kid was explaining it, you see how it says like comes from reefs and the algae. It's basically because of how the food chain works, right? So like the smaller fish, they feed off of like the corals and the barnacles and all that shit, and then the wahoo and barracuda are just feeding on those fuckers all day, right? And that's how they get so much ciguatera. Those what is it, ciguatoxins? Is what it's called?
Yeah.
That's how they get so much of those ciguatoxins in their body, as well as being in that water in that area. I'm sure causes that as well, but apparently like it's about what area they're in. Like those certain kinds of fish, if they're in that area, you're very likely to not want to eat those, which is crazy because some people really like eating like barracuda and wahoo and
Humans
stuff.
love that shit.
But
We'll go
other
on
people say
fucking whole
a lot of
expedition for barracudas.
people say it's trash fish. That's just fun for like catching, but not necessarily like the best to eat kind of thing. I don't know.
Wahoos, yeah.
Wahoo and Barracuda.
Yeah, the kid. Remember, I went to Key West, and then we went on a boat, and the kid was
Oh
saying
yeah,
that
I
his
forgot you
favorite
did that
fish to
fishing trip.
catch is wahoo. What does
Yeah,
wahoo look like? Can you pull it up?
it's like a cuda. It's like a barracuda.
Barracuda.
Fucking huge though.
Yeah.
Like thicker than a barracuda. Can get way longer. I'm pretty sure. Wahoo
Yeah, he
get
was saying that-
huge.
He was saying that these are the
And they have those
funnest
cool
fish to catch
stripes.
for him.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Can you
They
bring out
look
the
so delicious, dude.
Can you bring up the boat setup when they're actually going to fish for them? Like what the boats look like?
Well, when you're fishing for these kind of fish, they usually use they usually troll.
Troll, yeah.
Right? They troll. I actually have we have a company right now that we just got some of their trolling lures. I got to shoot a bunch of them. They're for wahoos.
Well, go back up. Go back
other
up.
pelagics.
Right there. You see the boat, the drawing from the top? Yeah, that right there.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool as shit? Like they just run, and the way I guess they get it up there, the kid was saying that they have these kites. They'll run the kites up, and then just
Yeah, there's multiple ways you can do it. There's a lot of people that's called kite fishing for pelagics. Pelagic fishing is basically any kind of like where they do the trolling and stuff like that, but it's basically like fishing for tuna, marlin, sailfish, wahoo.
You know what? I got
kudos.
this bright idea. I think we should do a boys trip to Costa Rica because it's
Costa
right.
Rica.
Yeah, on Pacific. Costa Rica is probably the most friendly out of all the
Pacific.
countries. Yeah, they have a Pacific because they're right on that thing. So they have it.
My
both
map brain
sides.
is fucked up.
Yeah, and if we go to there, we can do all of this. Like we can do Marlins, we can do all of this shit. That would be fun trip. That would be a fun as hell trip.
I really want to
You
go.
can catch a rooster fish over there.
Oh yeah, man.
That would be cool as shit.
I was
you
way
know?
fucked up about where Costa Rica was. Way
Yeah, it's
fucked
right
up.
on that like the connection
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
South and North America.
Mm-hmm.
And usually
Um,
everything is off of Jaco Beach, and all the beaches are right there in that area.
I want to go deep water jigging. That's what I really would like to go do.
No, you don't.
I do. That's what I would like to
You
do.
don't.
Why?
That shit sounds fun.
'Cause that
Miguel
shit's
says it's
as
tiring.
Fuck, it's hot as fuck. You're out there, you're sweating your nuts off.
Yeah, because you're on a
not
Hubbard's
catching-
trip.
You're not catching
Come on.
a fucking fish, and you're just out there like a fucking dumbass. You're not catching shit.
Yeah.
You're wasting energy for no reason.
No. Is this? Can you do that in wintertime where it's not as hot?
You can.
Yeah.
But again,
Uh huh.
it's hard to it's hard to catch things on that than just throwing down a bait that's gonna do all the work for you.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, artificial.
What's the
way more fun?
deep water jigs? Can you pull them up so I can see?
So
what we're
they're
talking
like
about?
the big long metal ones that are really heavy. Those they're called jigs. Do you drop them down and you see the fishermen that are like
how
fluttering?
big, how
it?
heavy they are. They're
Depends on.
weight-wise.
They have a very very different sizings. And these are what jigs look like. Yep.
But they don't look
Nomad
that
design.
heavy.
Oh, they can get pretty heavy and pretty fucking big too. You have some that are like this big.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what do you do? Just up and down, like you squid
So you
fishing?
you have special rods for jigging as well as special reels. I mean, you can use a spinning reel, but when it comes to
Yeah.
conventional reels, you have a special reel for it. I mean, a lot of guys use spinning reels, but then when it comes to the conventional, you want to have an actual jigging reel. Apparently, the rod is what's most important though, because they're very like flexible rods. So the way you do it is you're basically like doing this,
the entire time.
and then you let it drop, and then you do it again. Boom, boom. The way the jig is set up is you shoot it. It shoots up through the water column, and when it falls, it flutters. It doesn't just fall straight down. It actually has like a fluttering action when it falls.
And well, that one is probably you're hoping the fucking fish gonna see it and go after it, right?
No, not necessarily. The tactic to this is, knowing the spots. One, a lot of these guys go out, even though they're jigging, they'll use bait and they'll rile up the fish, to get close to the boat. And it's really about like fishing knowledge when it comes to that stuff. To actually have a good day on just straight up vertical jigging, you better know what the fuck you're doing.
Loki loved seeing the face of defeat on the people that go jigging on the Hubbard's trips.
Face of the feet.
Yeah.
This is.
I mean, if I were to go on one of those trips, I would not do that. I would just go out there and fucking throw down them big ass pieces of octopus that they be throwing down and calamari and shit and catch me some fucking fish.
This is what I would want to go fishing for. Like I would be down to go fishing for this, dolphin and tuna.
Yeah.
The two fish I would want to catch.
Tuna for me is one of the biggest, as well as I'd be definitely down to go catch some dolphin. and everyone hears dolphin and thinks actual dolphin. Mahi.
I've ate dolphins before, and they're good.
Yeah.
I've never caught them. Never caught them, but
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
you probably won't unless you fucking go far as fuck.
I've seen them out at Hubbard's.
Yeah, they caught them there.
they caught him on Hubbard's.
Yeah.
You can see them. They'll hang out on top of like seaweed not wrecks, but like trash and stuff.
And you know another fish I would like to catch is what's the other one? Not the snook, but the other one. It has a lemony taste to the meat. That's how people describe it usually. Cobia. Cobia. I would want to do.
Never caught cobia either.
Cobia is interesting. You can find them inshore and far as fuck.
Yeah, and they like to hang
Offshore.
out, I guess, around the buoys or like garbage that
So
floats.
where there's cobia, there's sharks, and where there's sharks, there's cobia. That's usually how that works. They love hanging around the sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hang around the sharks. They almost a lot of times. I bet you've seen videos of sharks, and you see
cobia.
what you think is remora, and there's remora and there's cobia. They swim right next to the
Because
sharks.
it kind of looks like a remora. if
Yeah,
you
like
look
a
at
big
the
ass
body.
remora with the flat head, you know. But they're cobia. There's a lot of cobia.
I've caught a
hanging around the
remora
sharks.
before. Like the remora I caught was probably 2.5 foot, 3 foot.
Remora, yeah, big
that
ass
thick.
with the suction on the
Yeah.
bottom. You caught
On
one
the
of
top.
those on the top. Yeah, you're right. They do have it on the top.
Yeah, I've caught them before. At the pier.
Really?
All the places at the pier.
Yeah, they hang out with the sharks just like the remora does. Usually you find smaller ones, but you'll find big ones hanging around with the sharks too.
And then apparently the dolphins on our side, like the Key West area, you can catch them there as well, but they're smaller than like people that catch them on Pacific
Well, I
side.
think that you can probably catch just as big as dolphin if you go out into like the actual Atlantic as you can in the Pacific. But in the Gulf, you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna find as often as you'd want the big dolphin.
And it just sucks. Like there's like a season, so a specific season that you gotta go out for specific things that they're coming through. Because in Key West, you can catch all the fish in Key West. You truly can, like from sailfish to whatever you want, right? But those trips are not cheap. I can tell you that. And just making a trip to Key West, staying there, that's a expensive trip. So it's almost worth going towards like Mexico, going towards Costa Rica, because it's gonna be like another country, number one, different experience, number two, and probably gonna be end up cheaper.
The funny part is me and Miguel, we know a lot of like fishermen that have been doing it for a long time because of our job, and when you talk to them, they shit talk this area so much about how bad the fishing is here. It's insane. Like, and so from what it seems like, a lot of people think of Tampa Bay and we'll go fish and this and that, but like, yes, you can fish here and you can have a good time and have fun, but it's nowhere near like going to the Panhandle. Yeah, and it's nowhere near like going down south apparently. So
yes,
kind of like in the middle here.
Yeah, because we're like in the middle of very shallow water. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
our area has very shallow water. I mean, you can catch really good fish if you go out to the middle grounds, which is about 60 miles away. I think it's 60 miles away, right? That's all like rock reef out there, and you can catch a bunch of grouper and stuff like that. But mainly what you're going for is grouper and snapper over there, right? Like you're not getting those game fish,
mangroves, reds, and groupers.
Mm-hmm. Like, but I want to do more game fish. Like, okay, well, let's put cobia to the side, but definitely like dolphin and tuna would be my like number one. And I want actual tuna. It doesn't have to be bluefin. It could be a yellowfin tuna. It doesn't have to be like 100 pounds, 200 pounds. It could be like a 50, 60.
You're gonna find a lot of like 30-pound blackfin here in the Gulf. Like my boss just went out on a trip with the offshore, like 125 miles out. They were catching blackfin out the ass. He said, like a lot of fucking blackfin tuna.
How big are blackfin usually?
Look it up, Maggie. They're not as big as like yellowfin and what's the other one? Yellowfin tuna and yeah, you can see like that kid holding one in his hand. They're not that big. I mean, they can get pretty.
No,
big,
I don't. That's small. I want a bigger one. Like I want to catch actual big tuna.
That's decent size.
But I still want to catch one where I'm like. Like, you know what I mean? I got the gills in my hands, and you can see me flexing just to hold them up.
Fight, believe it or not.
No, I'm not talking about the fight. Like, I'm sure it's gonna give you a fight, but it's not gonna be like. No, that's too big. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that. You know what I mean? I don't want that.
If I catch,
I don't even want that.
If I catch one of those on a charter, the fisherman's
That right there, I'm okay with that.
But that's the
Like,
same
that's
thing
as
as
big.
The other ones.
That's
No,
huge,
bro,
Jay.
that's not the same thing.
That's a big ass fucking fish, dog.
That's what I want to catch, though.
Dude, that thing's gonna pull your little ass in the water, homie.
No, he won't. I got very good grip shoes.
Oh my god,
Y'all not giving me enough credit.
bro, jiu-jitsu don't work against fish, homie.
I'll fucking choke the shit out of it. I'll choke it so bad you won't even have that black spot in there.
That's a fucking strike.
Okay, fine. I'll take it. Now, see, like, I don't want to catch that. That's just too big. I'm not interested in that shit.
I mean, I'm interested in it, but is it ever gonna happen? Probably not.
I mean, all we need to do is make that trip, right? Like, that blackfin tuna, okay, I'm cool with that. Like, that's good size. Like,
It's a
that's...
bluefin.
Right, it's a bluefin?
Yeah.
Never mind, I don't want bluefin. Bluefins are just...
It looks, dude. Are we done with the pod? Because I'm hungry, boys.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can wrap it up. Alrighty, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and listening to our conversations and interacting with us. We saw a couple people in the chat. Appreciate that. But besides that, we'll catch you guys on Thursday. I think we're going to be having the boys back in on Thursday. We'll double check that. But, yeah. Thank you, guys, and see y'all Thursday.
Peace.